Hello, reader. Thank you for joining us. This is the Christian Readers Community Podcast. On this podcast, we will be discussing with fellow readers and authors. You will never lack for good conversations and recommendations of Christian books. If you're a lover of literary works, fiction and non-fiction, then you have made the right stop here. Thank you for joining us again, and I hope you listen to every podcast that we get to put out for you. Thank you.
Idowu Kehinde is an author of 4 published books with a current ongoing work. She writes supernatural stories well diversified in several other subgenres. She has a blog and is a content creator for a local magazine in her state. She's a lover of God and uses her skill as a writer to preach the gospel and bring lost souls trapped in darkness into the marvelous light of Christ. She has been able to achieve this in all her books by conveying the message in a subtle yet impactful way. She has also been able to reach thousands of souls online and has been blessed with several testimonies of how her books have impacted others. You can reach out to her on her various social media handles.
Hi everyone, my name is Faith and I'm back with another author. Like this one, she is amazing. She has a beautiful voice and I can't wait for you to hear her speak. Welcome to the show, Kehinde Idowu Elizabeth.
Well, I'm so honored to be here. It's a blessing, it's a privilege, and I do not take this for granted. I just want to thank you, Faith. Since when we've known each other, like it has been one beautiful journey, and I'm so glad we are doing this once again. And like I said, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You see, everyone, I told you she doesn't just sound good. She's so humble, so down to earth. And yes, in the spirit of transparency, this is one of my close friends and a fellow author. And as a matter of fact, she's also a member of the Christian Writers and Readers Club, which is actually a founder of this podcast, the podcast you're listening to right now. And Kehinde is one of them. Kehinde is one of them, and her name is Kehinde, so she'll be telling us the meaning of Kehinde, because there's a reason why I would like her to tell us the meaning of that name. So tell us, what's the meaning of the name Kehinde?
All right, Faith, thank you very much. Well, I'm from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria, so there are some names that are given to children, like they call it Oruko Amutorunwa, like in translation, like name you get from heaven, like you bring those names from heaven. So
wow.
So Kehinde is one of those names. So Kehinde is the name given to the second born twin. Like when you give it to a set of twins, like the first child to come out is named Taiwo. The second child is named Kehinde. So I was the second to come out. So that's why I was given the name Kehinde. So
are you kidding me? Like seriously, I thought you were the first all this while.
I was the second.
Oh my goodness! I thought Kehinde is actually for the first twin.
No, Kehinde is for the second twin. So
oh my God! Now I really feel embarrassed, to say that you be my friend all this while, because I never knew. This was my assumption. This was Aquila's assumption as well. Oh my goodness!
No problem. Kehinde actually has a meaning. The full name is Omo Kehinde Gbegmo. What that means is that even though I came second, it is assumed I am older, in the sense that this is what is believed in our tribe, in the Yoruba tribe. That even though Taiwo came out first, basically I was the one that sent her. I told her to go and taste the word. So if she should cry, if she cries, to signal me that I'm still in the womb, that the earth is good, I should also come out.
I can't believe this.
The meaning of Taiwo or in translation, that means taste the word. So I sent her to taste the word. So when she saw it, she now cried. So her cry signaled to me that okay, the earth is good. So let me also come out. So Kehinde now means Kehinde, like more Kehinde Gbebon, like that Kehinde means like the one who came last, like Kehinde, like the one who came last. So that's what. So I came after her.
Now, I would definitely like to hear your sister's view. That's when I'm interviewing her, because there's an important fact I'll let our listeners know, which is your sister is also an author like you. So I really like her too. I would like to know what she thinks about it. I'm like, okay, so you're the senior, but are you the youngest?
Like that actually causes a lot of arguments, because people will say like, no, Taiwo she's not the older one, that I'm the older one because I was the one that sent her to taste the word. Some people be like, no, that she collected like a few seconds from me, so she's older than me.
Sort of like she beat you to the race. Or she beat you to the finish line.
Yeah. Yes.
My goodness. And what a crazy philosophy behind your name. Pun intended, please. Anyway, without wasting much time, let's quickly talk about your writing, because honestly I'm fascinated. I would love to know more, if this were the, on that the kind of podcast where I invite people to talk about their names and the origins. I would really have loved. I would have loved to ask you more questions. But for now, let's talk about your book. Let's talk about your book. And I believe, and I know your books are quite interesting, just as the origin of your name. I mean, it was very, very interesting to learn this for the first time. So, you're an author. When did you start writing? When did you start writing, rather?
All right. Thank you, Faith. My writing journey, I'll say, started 2017, but there's actually a story behind it. I don't know if I am permitted to give like a kind of brief.
Sure.
Can I go ahead? All right. Thank you, Faith. Right, so 2016 was when I gave my life to Christ, like when I became born again. So ever since that time, it has been a steady transformation. So even then, when I had been going to church when I was younger with my parents, I thought of it as a kind of obligation, a responsibility, not me actually going to have this personal relationship with God, but just something I needed to do, like just to fulfill righteousness. But 2016 was a pivotal point in my life, like a time that I knew that my life changed and it affected every area of my life. So, like I said, 2016 I became born again. So at that time we were still in school. Like, so when we came back home after that period of time. So, it was, let me be candid, actually. It was Taiwo that actually started this writing. She was the one that started it. So I was always impressed by writing. I was impressed. So I also wanted to try writing out. I wanted to try it. If I could be any good at it, if I would also be good at it. So that was how I started. So coupled with the salvation I'd received. So I didn't just want it to be anyhow writing. I wanted it to be something that actually touched people's life. I wanted it to be something that ministered to people. And one thing was that even before I read a lot, like I read a lot of novels on Wattpad. So I'm someone that loves reading. Like, I read a lot. But for some reason, I never really liked reading Christian books because I felt like they were boring. So when I got born again, and I was like, okay, now that I'm born again, and okay, I'm a writer. I'm practicing how to write. I'm learning. If I wanted to use this writing for anything that would actually be of benefit, like I wanted it to be something that people would actually want to read. Not only want to read, but something that would actually bless people. But I didn't want to write it in the conventional way. I wanted it to be in an intriguing way, something that the message would not be in your face, but something that it would be subtle but also profound. So that was the mindset I went into it. So my writing, I started 2017, and from there the rest is history.
Oh, that's a beautiful one. So you started 2017 and you've been blowing hot since then. You've been blowing very, very hot since then, because I've read more than one of your books. So, why do you specialize in the genre you write?
Okay, like you mean what genre I specialize in?
Yeah. First
Actually,
off, tell us the genre you write and why you're using it as a means to reach out to people. Yes.
Alright. Like the thing is, I do not specialize in one particular genre, but in a recurring theme is the supernatural aspect of it. Like you could say the spiritual part, like just that supernatural part. I'm always emphasizing like the spiritual parts of warfare, like in the Christendom. Like, so I always try to like put that supernatural theme in all of my books, even though there's always other subgenres. Like, for example, one of my books, Stands in the Darkest Night, is as historical. It's an historical fiction. The thing you could say down is maybe like has a little bit of horror, and the one I'm currently writing, Desolation, has dystopian feel to it. So, but one recurring theme is that supernatural aspect. Me highlighting the spiritual aspect of this our Christian work. So you could say my books are mostly supernatural. Could use that genre.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned something about not reading, Christian books at the beginning. Me too. I think if we ask many people who are now reading Christian books, they will tell you they once had that, experience in their life, that there was a point in their life when they just weren't into Christian books because they felt, well, it was all cliched and, all stereotypical. And so there was just nothing to gain. But I know I used to feel like that until, not until I came across this powerful Christian book, a Christian fiction. And since then, I must say that my life has never remained the same. So I know I specialize really on reading Christian books. So,
Yes.
sorry about that. So, let's talk about why you decided to start writing. So why did you start, writing? What's your purpose for writing? Did you write because you want to, show people that they should read Christian book, or did you write for that purpose and any other reason? Let us know.
All right. Like I said, my sis, she actually inspired me to start writing. She was the first person to start writing, and I thought, okay, let me try this. I'll also be any good at it. But now that I met Christ, I wanted to turn that skill into something meaningful. So now I can say the reason why I want to why I write is basically to show people the light. Basically, like to show those that are in darkness, those that are in the world, to show them Jesus Christ. Not by writing it in a way that it will be in your face, through subtle ways that will draw them in, but the message will be as clear as day.
But that's a beautiful motivation. Yeah, that's a beautiful motive for writing. And no wonder I really like your writing because it has both faith and action in it. So I used to see used to add romance, a touch of romance to your book. And I know you've written several genres, but the one I love the most, that I know I've read, that I love the most, is that historical fiction you wrote set in Egypt. So it's very powerful. It was a powerful story. I know I've heard other people also saying good things about that story. So I'd like to ask how you go about your writing, the researching, the editing. How do you do with your writing? How do you work on your writing process, especially historical fiction like that is set several thousand years back in Egypt? I mean, I wonder what it took for you to make the researches and all. So tell us about that one.
Thank you, Faith. Sands in the Darkest Night, the historical fiction you talked about, is actually my second book. And an interesting fact about it is that it only took me about 3 months to complete, because it was during
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Because it was during the corona, so I had a lot of free time on my hands. So I was basically writing every single day, back to back. So about your question, like the research and everything. Well, I'm someone that actually I like reading a lot. So I've always been fascinated about facts, about learning new things, history and things like that. Particularly even ancient Egypt. And the fun thing is that I've always wanted to read a Christian historical fiction that was set in ancient Egypt. I looked for a book like that, but I didn't find. So I wanted to write my own. Something that I know, okay, this book I've not seen it, may not exist. So let me write something like that. Like an historical Christian fiction set in ancient Egypt. So basically that was one of my motivations. Then I started reading about I won't lie, the research part is not easy, because my elder brother, Adekunle, he's someone who actually encourages being meticulous and being perfect, because then he always talked about all these detective all these thriller books that are about authors that actually put in very detailed stuff in their writing, that even if you fact check them online, you see that they are true. So I wanted my book to be as authentic as possible, that even if people fact check some historical details, some buildings, so the dating and everything, I wanted it to be as accurate as possible. So the research part, let me tell you, was one of the most challenging part of Sands in the Darkest Night, because I wanted it to be as accurate as possible. Before I even started at all, before I started my prologue, my first chapter, I had to search for their attire, what did they wear back then? Their male, their female, what food did they eat, what was their culture back then, how was the architecture like do you get? So it actually took a while. So I had to try and assimilate those things, and thought of a way to creatively put it down in my writing. Do you get?
That's wonderful. Yes. There's even a real life character in that story. I can't remember him anymore. I thought he was a fictional character. Well, actually one of the former princes of Egypt, of ancient Egypt. It was later when I saw the same character in another book. I was like, oh, I can remember reading this book in Kehinde's story. I can remember reading about this character in Kehinde's story. So, which was the name of that prince again?
Akhenaten.
Yes, he was one you wrote about, and really I must commend what you did. So currently the book is available only on Amazon. On Wattpad, right?
Yes, it's available on Wattpad and on Web Novel.
On Web Novel. Do you plan to publish on Amazon?
I do actually, but not yet.
Okay. So we'll definitely be waiting for that one. But anybody who would like to read this particular story for free on what it's available on Wattpad. If you'd like to read it for free, you can go to that website, you look for it, or you can even type the name on Google, and Google will show you the link, and it will take you straight to the Wattpad website where it is published under her profile. So, Kehinde, do you still plan to do more writing? Or is this, have you come to like be like, oh, I think I've done enough?
Your question, eh? Actually, I've written 4 books, including an anthology, and my the 5th is not yet complete. And to be honest, I actually still plan on writing, but of the zeal I started with, like writing my first and second book, is not. I can't say the zeal I have now is not as much as the zeal I had then. Let me put it that way. Like, but of course, definitely, I'm still very much interested in writing. But let's say I've been on hiatus for a while now, so I haven't completed it, and I've been praying to God to give me the grace to actually complete it, because I don't like leaving my project unfinished. So I'm definitely going to finish it. And I'm actually also planning on starting up a new project when I'm done. So I'm looking to God for the grace. The one that helped me to start, I pray that it will also help me to finish it. So.
Yeah, He will sustain you too. He will sustain you, because it's not really easy. I get it, my sis. It's not really easy to, write, publish number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 book. It's not really easy. I'm currently on my 3rd book, and I must say that the experience doesn't get easy with time, but you are just the one who will now start getting used to it. You get used to the uneasiness. Let me put it that way. So, I would like you to read an excerpt from any of your book, any of them. But before then, if someone wants to get in touch or maybe read your story, what's your profile name on Wattpad, and also other social media that they can probably reach out or follow you if they're interested to do that?
All right, like on Wattpad, Oracle __21, and that's the same that's also my username on Instagram. That's my username on Twitter. On Twitter, you find links to some of my books on my profile. So on Wattpad, you can just search Oracle __21. So that's the same for all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram. But for my I don't really use Facebook, so you can contact me. You can get my links to my book on Instagram, on Twitter, and on
Twitter.
Wattpad. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and they're also under the same username, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Really, I think of all your books, I love that historical fiction the most. I'm being biased, of course. I shouldn't, do favoritism, but I really love that historical fiction. And I hope you keep writing more. I hope you write more of that, really.
Like more historical fictions or more historical, that kind of Let me just say something in faith. Do you know that of all my books, I think I've received more reviews on that particular book, Sands in the Darkest Night, than any other of my books.
Are you sure? Wow.
Like, I've gotten, like, even outside of Wattpad, I've gotten reviews on it, like, that a lot of people actually loved it.
Wow. So this is beautiful. I think you have your calling. Please don't miss your calling, no. Please don't miss your calling. Okay, so there's no more time on our side anymore, but really, I would have loved you to, read from that particular one. But if you don't have it close to you, then read anyone you have close to you.
Alright, I'll be reading prologue to Bittersweet. That's my first book. Like
yeah, but before then, let me just tell our listeners to check out what's the title again? The title of that your historical fiction for free.
Sounds in the Darkest Night.
Sounds. Is this? Yeah, sounds like SAND in the Darkest Night. Yes, it's a very powerful book. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. Sands in the Darkest Night. SAND in the Darkest Night by Oracle __21. You can just go on Google, type it out, and it will show you the link to the story where you read it for free. It's a very powerful novel. And if you're a fan of historical fiction, you will love this book. You will really, 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 really love it. Now read for us from the one you have with you now, Bittersweet.
Alright. Yeah, I'll be reading from the prologue. The light shines in the dark, and the darkness comprehends it not. Buried deep underneath a supposed perceived perfection could be unfathomable rottenness and decay. One invincible to the physical eye, one that can only be seen with a spiritual lens. Death is not only when you close your eyes for the last time and the earth becomes your abode. Death is when you're breathing without actually living. There is physical death and there is spiritual death. We ought to fear the latter the most. Love is the key. Love is the answer. Why? Because God is love. So be still and know that He is God. So that's it. That's the prologue.
Okay, give us chapter 1, because I think this one is more or less like a lesson. So give us a drama. Read from any chapter, either chapter 1 or any chapter at all.
The earth meter went off, and soon enough there was a flat line which signaled the death of someone. Unfortunately, that person was Sarah's mom. Mom! She didn't want to believe her eyes. Somebody help her! Sarah screamed to the nurses that were already by her side. The doctor soon entered the room. He examined her mom, but the solemn look on his face said it all. He turned to her and shook her head gravely. It can't be. No. She ran towards her mom's unmoving figure on the bed. The nurses tried to stop her, but she evaded them effortlessly. Mom, please wake up. She shook her moving body violently. Don't you dare leave. The tears flowed unhindered. Her older sister could only look on in pain as tears too flowed down her cheek. The pain she felt, there was no word to describe it. Mommy, she sobbed uncontrollably. The nurses tried to escort her out, but she wouldn't budge, so they had to drag her out. Her heart broke into a million pieces as she watched them cover up her body. With all her might, with every fiber of her being, she screamed, Mom! Sarah woke up with a start. She was drenched in sweat. Her breathing ragged as she sat up. She hadn't dreamt about her mother in over 2 years. Her mom's death had really done a number on her. Seeing how she was the only friend she had, and now she too was gone. Her dad died a few years back, before her mom's untimely demise. He died in a plane crash, including all the other passengers. It wasn't easy without her parents, but God got her through it. Her older sis was a hairstylist, and she was very good at it. Sarah sighed. Her sister was always busy and hardly had spare time to come visit. Having just graduated college, she had set out in search of a job, applying at different companies, but unfortunately they'd all turned her down, and she couldn't help but wonder why. She got off her bed, dragging her feet lazily. She was quite still groggy. She had a job interview by 8 a.m. and the time was 6:21 a.m. She really had to hurry, even though she still had time. So, Faye, that's just the beginning of the chapter, of my chapter 1.
Yeah, that's a beautiful read. So if anybody would like to know more about what happened next to Sarah, then you might want to check that one out. But it really piqued my curiosity, and I hope it will do the same for our listeners as well. That's the title of the story is Bittersweet. So the same under the same username that's written by Oracle__21. So you can go on Wattpad, read it for free, or just type out the name on Google and you read it for free. Thank you so much, Oracle. I like your pen name, frankly. I really like the name Oracle.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, before we go, tell us the inspiration behind that name.
Well, you're the first person to actually ask, but okay.
I'm curious.
Okay, an oracle is a kind of a medium between someone, a human, and maybe a god. So
yeah,
and you could also say an oracle could be a prophet or a prophetess. So I chose oracle because I saw myself as a kind of prophetess that would speak the mind of God to others. So that's basically why I chose oracle.
Wow, so that's beautiful, and I really like the sound of that name, Oracle. It's a beautiful name, really. And please continue writing, because I really love your works. I like reading your works, and I wish you all the best in the writing world. And I do hope that you come back, writing full time. I know you're currently busy with other activities like school and all, and I wish you all the best with that. But I do hope that you come back, being an oracle in the world of writing, because
wow.
I know we enjoy your words a lot. So listeners, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain, and this has been a wonderful conversation with you. I do hope that when I invite you next time, because I would definitely like to have you here again, so I hope that when I invite you next time, you'll be willing to come again.
Definitely, anything for you, Faith.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you here. So everyone, please stick around, because I'll be interviewing her twin sister in another episode, and I do hope you'd listen to that one as well, because I'd really like to hear another interesting side, of her own sisters, of her twin sister story rather. So until I come your way again next time, I'm saying stay safe, stay blessed, and as usual, bye bye. I'll be back soon.